What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Larsa Pippen. Larsa was on a date with Marcus Jordan. A lot of people have been sending me this topic, and people are looking at the ages, right? She's 48. He's 31. He's the son of Michael Jordan, who was ex-teammate of her husband. That's the crazy thing about this whole thing, right? Is that Larsa Pippen for years was the wife of Scottie Pippen for amount of time while he was teammates with Marcus Jordan's dad when Marcus Jordan was a kid. You know? And now she's on a date with him, man. I saw a weird comment about how this might be Scottie's way of getting back at Michael Jordan. How? This is not an L for Michael Jordan. If this is an L for anybody, it's Scottie Pippen, because this is the woman who cheated on him. He took her back and tried to salvage the marriage, buying her a new ring, and then she ended up divorcing him and living with him while she was dating other men. So no, this is not an L for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is probably chuckling at this, the fact that his son is now dating, because Scottie's been talking a lot of smack, if you look at it, you know, dissing in his own way Michael Jordan, only for Michael Jordan's son to now be dating his ex-wife, who I'm sure if Scottie had the opportunity, he would want to get back with Larsa. That's why he ain't with nobody, right? And Larsa knows this. She knows that if the streets, you know, she gets rejected too much in these streets, she can go back to him. And Marcus Jordan is out here dating your wife. And now this, to me, this doesn't seem like a blind date. This doesn't seem like they don't know each other and they just decided to no, this seemed like something that probably been in the works for quite some time. Larsa would have never went to a public dinner or date with Marcus Jordan unless this was somebody she sees as a potential boyfriend. Now, she could be doing this just to be seen. We know that a lot of these women in the media, they will do things to get people talking about them, and that's what's going on. Every publication has written about this. So this ain't just a few websites that are talking about this. A number of them are, whether they're sports or not. As a matter of fact, I got one here from Page 6, as well as here from Clutch Points. But we're going to talk about this one here from Page 6. As you can see, that's them together. Let's see. Larsa Pippen appeared to have her sights set on another baller. The Real Housewives of Miami star was spotted in what appeared to be a double date with Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, over the weekend. TMZ reported Pippen, who's 48, and Marcus, who's 31, dined at Zuma in Miami, where they were seen next to each other while sitting opposite the second couple. Eyewitnesses told the outlet that they were no signs of PDA, but that Pippen became skittish when she realized fellow diners recognized her and began taking photos. Which again, I think is weird, because she's not really, if you think about it, a celebrity. She was married to a professional athlete, but anyway, and people out here taking photos. I guess they want to give them to the blogs. And Rep. Pippen did not immediately return Page 6 request for comment, as you can see. That's why I say, why come to this public place? I mean, you don't think people are gonna recognize you? I mean, you don't think people are gonna recognize you, Larsa? So that's why it's kind of crazy that she would go to this public restaurant with him. And trust me, this was her recommendation, not his. It's a wild choice for a Bravo celebrity, I guess, as her ex-husband is Michael's former Chicago Bulls teammate, Scottie Pippen. Larsa and Scottie finalized a divorce in January of 2022, 3 years after filing. The former couple married in 1997 and welcomed 4 children: Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia. Larsa and Scottie first announced they were separating in 2016, but decided to reconcile before Larsa filed for divorce in 2018 amid rumors she had an affair with rapper Future. She has vehemently denied those claims. Of course, I gotta understand, women will lie. They will lie on their box. Look at Ashanti. Ashanti is clearly lying on her box, just like Larsa Pippen is. During an episode of the Peacock reality series, Larsa said she was traumatized by some of Scotty's actions. Again, putting the blame on him and trying to make herself out to be a victim. That's how women gain the court of public opinion, is by demonizing a guy who allowed you to live with him even though you were dating other men and divorced him. I was traumatized, Larsa said, of Scotty's demanding her to send one of their children back to LA. If he doesn't get his way, he punishes me. He's like the Punisher. During a confessional, Larsa alleged that her ex is used to controlling the narrative. This is like the last piece of control that he's got over me and the kids. He's only punishing me because I'm making him sell the house. Well, it's not like you did anything in the marriage, It's not like you embarrassed him in front of people and made him like a complete goofball. But we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there to talk about how you made that man look like a complete clown. Okay? And if he's acting in these ways, it's probably because of what you put him through. And I'm not justifying it. I'm not making an excuse for Scotty, because Scotty is very passive aggressive. We've seen it, especially after the Chicago Bulls documentary dropped with ESPN. He's showing his passive aggressive behavior for everybody to see, and everybody now sees it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you did embarrass this guy. You embarrassed him. You made him look like a goofball. Now, as far as her and Marcus Jordan, I don't know if they are a couple. They could just be dating. But again, I don't believe this is a blind date. I believe that this is them going public. They didn't have to go public. They could have had a very private get together. You only go public with people that you are either wanting a relationship with or, maybe interested in that with. I just think that I don't think Larsa is as naive as people want her to be. I think that Larsa knows exactly what she is doing, and she knows that people are going to care about who she is with, and that's why she does this. And in regards to, again, Marcus Jordan, I don't know what's been going on with him. He did try to follow his father's footsteps basketball wise. He just never was there. Michael Jordan's one of a kind. But I would hope that Michael Jordan is giving him advice about dealing with these modern women and not really falling into the traps of a Larsa Pippen, because Larsa was probably a lot of these guys' crushes, when they're a little bit younger. You know how you have a teenage crush. It might be a girl in your classroom, might be one of your female teachers, but it also could be a woman that you see from time to time, which was your father's ex-teammate's wife. And this could be Marcus Jordan's way of finally being able to date. That's why I say I don't think that this is anything random. This ain't a blind date. This is Larsa still trying to show that she got it. Larsa wants people to know she still got it. She wants to be able to say, hey, I can get this guy or that younger guy. It's kind of crazy that you know that Scotty is passive aggressive, right? She's even said that. But for you to be on a date with his ex-teammate, a guy whom, he's kind of salty about. He's kind of salty about that Michael Jordan documentary. And he's made it well known, right? And then you're on a date with Michael Jordan's son. Just maybe that's her way of getting back at Scotty. Because again, she talks about how Scotty is punishing her whenever he gets upset. And what does she go and do? Date Michael Jordan's son. Because, Scotty's always, he's still salty about the documentary, probably about other things as well. The fact that Michael Jordan was way more famous and successful than him on and off the court, I think that bothers Scotty. And the fact that your ex-wife, could be getting smashed by his eldest son, that has to bother Scotty. And if she thought Scotty was punishing her, now what's going to happen when he finds out that you out here dating his ex-teammate's son? Like, what does she think is going to happen next? You don't think Scotty's going to call her up, wanting her to send the kids to LA? Listen, man, this could be a way for her. See, Larsa is not as dumb as she may come off to be. She understands the media. She understands the optics. That's why when she was at Future's house, she was taking photos or videos or whatnot, because she understands that it will get her noticed. And the fact that out of all the guys in Miami, I don't know where Marcus Jordan lives. I don't know if he's not native, that he actually lives in Miami. I'm not quite sure. But of all the guys that Larsa could have gotten with, you choose to get with your husband's ex-teammate's son. Like, you couldn't have gotten with anybody else. It's very clear that she has no interest in dating men her age. That's why I say, if Scotty thinks that she's going to come back to him, I think that he's going to be waiting for a long time. She's only interested in dating young guys that make her feel young. See, older women that want to feel young, they're not going to date older guys. They're going to date younger guys. They are. And that's what she's doing. And I believe this could be her way to try to get back at Scotty, because again, she talks about on the reality show how Scotty acts when he doesn't get his way. But how do you think Scotty's going to act now? Okay, you have kicked the hornet's nest with this. Scotty knew Marcus since he was a kid, since he was a toddler, since he was born. He's known Marcus, and you're on a date with him. So let me know something in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.